Welcome to the BC 600K, Vancouver Island, Saturday. I am, I don't know, 25 minutes in. It's been hilly so far. Started 5 minutes late, got to talking to the other riders, lost track of time. I had to go in, do some chamois butter. So, not playing catch up, because 375 miles is a long way to ride. And I'm not in any rush to get exhausted. Anyway, beautiful ride so far, hilly. Hope it flattens out. But we are underway. Feeling good, feeling optimistic. A little chilly this morning. Heavy bike, packed a lot of gear, unsupported. Hopefully I'll be eating my way through less and less weight on the frame. Both the bike and mine, ideally, as we ride. But I'll check back in a little while. We are underway. Alright, I just turned onto the Cowichan Valley Trail, the first of many trails I will be riding. I am 20k in, that's 12.5 miles. Have not seen another rider, haven't caught anybody, not that I expect to, but at least I'm out of the seriously hilly stuff at the beginning. Onto some hard packed gravel. Rail trail looks like. Occasional bathrooms. And I'll be riding this. Next turn is another 8 miles up the road. 12k. So feeling good. Spirits up. 20k in is 1/30th of the way there. Go me. Check in again in a little bit later. Oh, 22k out, that's about 14 miles. I must say this is a beautiful, beautiful ride so far. And that's my check-in. See you in a bit. So, welcome back. It is 7:49 a.m. out about an hour and 50 minutes. Well, hour and 45 because it started late. Back on a trail. Beautiful ride. Had about 4 or 5 miles of twisty up and down rural roads between trails. Averaging right around 22, 23k. So 14 miles an hour. Staying well within constant sustainable watts. Don't have any real targets. I'll take the ride as it goes. I hope that I'm going to keep this pace for tens of hours at least. But we will see how things go. Staying up with food and hydration. Like I said, 25 miles in. That is 1/15th of the way done. So should have a checkpoint coming up at Lake Cowichan, I believe, in about 10 or 15k. So 6 to 10 miles. Check back in then. So far so good. Have not seen another rider, at least not one on the Brevet. Saw another biker, but not another rando. So all the verbal posturing at the start. Oh, I'm gonna take it slow. I only ride at 20K. Nah. These people are burning it up. So as expected, I'm gonna ride 600 kilometers by myself. And like it or not, if you're watching this, you're coming along for the ride. Check back in soon. Okay, control 1, 71 kilometers out. And this is Arise Cafe. Saw a whole bunch of Randonneurs going back the other way. I'm probably 10 minutes or more behind the last guy. It's not a race. I am enjoying myself. This is classic Type 1 fun. In the moment. So, heading back east. Should be downhill with a tailwind for a while, which would be pleasant. Took off the leg warmers, peed, ate a little bit, drank a bottle.
9.25 kilometers, turn right.
Got about 10K to go back to the trail. This is the highest point on the course. So doing good, feeling great. 3 hours in. Back to riding. I really don't think I can ask for a prettier ride. This is just flat out gorgeous. Back on the trail at a half K. It's 500 meters, quarter mile, a little bit more. We are at kilometer 86. So that's what? 54 miles. 54 out of 375. Just think in terms of hours. I've been out almost 4. Coming into control 2. I am 125K out. That is roughly 80 miles. And of course control 2 is down at the bottom of a hill that I got to climb back up, but life goes on. It is what it is. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Couldn't have picked a better route. Alright. Let's see what I got to do here. So, with controls, we got stuff to do. And in this case, can this possibly be a prettier ride? About 135K out. Just past noon, 6 hours in. On track for time. Feeling good. Knees hurt a little bit. I don't know if it's the pedals and the shoes that are new. If they screwed with my Q factor. They've got my feet closer to my body.
Continue onto Cowichan Valley Trail.
May screw with it a little bit. Just doing some adjustments. I got a train car, a railroad crossing here. Still have not caught any of the other riders, but I've been taking it easy because 600K, you know, unknown territory. A lot more people out this time of day on a Saturday. I've had to use my bell. Now that I remember it exists, I'll check back in a little bit. Control number 3 is in Comox, which is up at Kilometer 300, halfway. I got a long way to go. See you in a bit. Okay, some parts are not so pretty. At least they're short. Kilometer 181.5. Heading north in Nanaimo still, but almost out of it to the north. And the E&N trail, which is a gradual uphill. I've ridden this before. Into the wind. Holding 20K for 12.5 miles an hour. Which to me sounds pathetic, but I'm sure it's respectable. Almost to 200K, which would be 1/3 done. It's a big gap between Control 2 and Control 3, which is at the 300K mark halfway, as previously mentioned. So it's got 118K to go to get to that control. Which is about 80 miles. A little less. 80 miles at my average, into the wind. It's going to take a while. About 6 hours. It is currently 2:25 in the afternoon. That got me to Comox at 8:30. Campbell River maybe by 10 o'clock. It'll be dark. Turn around, and with any luck at all, this relentless headwind will become a relentless tailwind. I hope that doesn't change after dark. That would really suck if it did. I feel like I'm winding a giant spring. And when I turn around, I want it to release. Give me back some of that energy. But you take what the day will give you. Right now, sun's up. It's nice and warm. It's not raining. I'm alive, feeling good, riding a bike. So, you know, philosophically, we're doing pretty good. I'll check back in a little while. 215K. I am not sure what town I'm in. But it's along the coast. Ran into Nick at about 2:02 at a gas station. He's getting an ice cream, lamenting the fact that he pushed too hard early. We chatted for a while, rode for a couple K, got to a flat downhill, and aero bars are a thing of beauty. So I'm sure he's not very far behind me. He's a fast rider. Anyway, 215 kilometers. I'm passing some of the checkpoints I'm going to hit on the way south again. Still in that big gap between Control 2 and Control 3 up in Comox. Got a wedding going on here. Congratulations. Getting a lot of texts from various people, Jen Crank and my wife and James. wishing me well. Really appreciate that. A little bit less alone on the bike. Let's see how that pans out when it's 3 o'clock in the morning. So far, things seem sustainable. Knee pain is holding off. Still there, but not bad. Took some Advil, Tylenol, had a bag of Doritos, salt. Not pushing. So all told, feeling pretty sustainable. We will find out where we are when we're heading south. Definitely heading into a headwind still. Hopefully, again, that sticks around after dark. Oh, there's a cute little arcade here. All right, that's the check-in at 2:15. It is 4 p.m. I have been on the bike for 10 hours. $235. The feet are complaining. So I'm doing the descent right now. I clipped out for a little while, coasted. Things got a little bit better, but I need to get out of the cleats and sit for a little bit. I'm gonna unpack, see how much provisions I still have, drink a bottle. Hopefully at the bottom of this hill. Hopefully at the bottom of the hill, I've got a view of the ocean. If I do, that's where I'm going to stop. Just pulled over for a little while. Got my flip-flops out, put them in my jersey pockets. 2 riders passed, including Nick, so they're just ahead of me. So cut the stop a little short. Feet are feeling better though. I think it did the trick. 2 hours to Courtenay. There's a long stretch between controls. I'll check back in then.
Yeah. Ow, 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 ow. What did you just turn on?
I turned on the camera.
Really? Can you talk into it?
Mm-hmm.
Really? How?
It's filming right now.
Millie, Millie, Millie. Oh yeah. Yeah. You're 7. Oh yeah. And I'm 6.
It feels good to sit down.
Well, we go to the same school.
You do?
Yeah, I go to ACON Baba, so you see.
What's your favorite subject?
Math. No, science. Mathematics.
Math is science? Yeah.
Mine
That's
is
great stuff.
science. And she's in grade 1, I'm in grade 2.
Very cool. Math and science are very important.
But I'm not grade 6.
I'm being incredibly entertained.
I was like, are my kids torturing this poor cyclist
No,
over here?
this is awesome.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I started at 6 down in Victoria, and this is the best part of today.
Excellent. I love that. My uncle rides like that too.
I'll just go down.
Where are you headed to?
Lovely.
Are you done for the night?
No, we're going up to Campbell. What is Campbell River up here?
So
I'm gonna
hard.
go back.
Over 35 cars on my stop sign.
Ready to get on out there.
All right, well have a safe.
325K. Sun is setting quite beautifully. I've got 275 to go, which is a lot of Ks. Still heading north. I got a turn in about 12K, which is 8 miles. Almost to the northern end of the route. I'll be turning around heading back south. Spirits up. Still got energy. Knees bothering me a little bit. Need to stop and go to the bathroom. I think there's a McDonald's up here or something up in Campbell River. So I should have that covered. There's the rest area right here. Maybe I'll just pull in. Alrighty. That's my second at 325. Okay, we are through Control 4. We are turned around and heading south. And it feels like a tailwind. A little upgrade here holding 23, but I was holding 28, 29 back there. That's almost 18 miles an hour. Got a beautiful full moon up ahead. Can't see it right now, but it's up around the corner. There she is. 348.9 kilometers, 250 to go. It is 10:42 p.m. I was just riding with Nick for a little bit. He pulled off, went to his motel. He's gonna sleep for a couple hours. On the way up here, this is the out and back section in Campbell River. Two riders. One's about a half an hour ahead of me. One's about 18 to 20 minutes ahead. I don't know if they're riding through or not, but obviously faster than me, even with the stops. So feeling good. I've got 2 full bottles of Gatorade and 3/4 of a bottle of Mountain Dew. So hopefully enough sugar to get me most of the way back to Nanaimo. Yeah, 100K. Now I need some more. But feeling good. Looking forward to riding for a few more hours at least. Not tired, not sore. And that's the 350 check-in. 450 kilometer check-in. 3/4 of the way done. It is 7:12 in the morning after a very interesting night. Standing and stretching. After Campbell River, where I felt actually pretty good, we got up on Highway 19 and it was frickin' cold. Just freaking cold. And I didn't get my Tyvek jacket or my leg warmers on in time. So I just progressively got colder and colder. The stretch was fairly long, probably 35K. So 2 hours up there at the pace I was going. Had to stop. Had a couple of interesting sprints when something's stirring in the bushes and I'm not gonna look and see what it is or let it catch me. So that was fun. Anyway, finally got to the northwest corner of Courtenay, and I had to find someplace warm. So the control number 5 was which direction arrow does the hospital sign point, left, right, or straight ahead? Well, hospitals have emergency rooms. Emergency rooms are warm. I'm going to go in the direction of that arrow pointed. Which of course was off course by about 5K. So I did a little extra distance last night. I don't care. I've spent about 2 hours in an ER. I texted Colleen. It's like, I'm in a hospital, in an ER, for thermal reasons only, not medical. Please don't worry. And she was up at 1 o'clock in the morning and thanked me for that. Go figure. Got some oblique tracks here. Hang on a second. So it took me about 2 hours to stop shivering, including the triage nurse being an absolute sweetie and bringing me out 2 heated blankets to throw over my legs. I had my hand warmers in my gloves. I just took forever to warm back up. It was nasty. Didn't do any sleep because I had a half a bottle of Mountain Dew in me. So I just sat there, did some crossword puzzles, and vegetated. Finally, at 3 o'clock, I'm looking at the time, I'm going, okay, I'm not getting any sleep. I'm not making any progress. All I'm doing is absorbing warmth, which is important, but I need to make some progress. I get out the door, and the hospital is up on top of a hill. To get back onto the course, you have to go down a hill. It's a steep hill. So I immediately froze to death again. Halfway down, there's a Holiday Inn Express. I'm like, okay, they've got a lobby. Well, they do and they don't. The lobby's locked, with the foyer between the locked sliding glass doors to get into the lobby and the locked sliding glass doors to come in from the parking lot. That foyer is heated. It has 2 bellboy carts and not much else. And so I spent the next 2 hours sitting on a bellboy cart with a woman at the front desk wondering who the hell I was. Finally, she brought me some coffee, which I thanked her profusely for and then refused because I don't like coffee. But I did wrap my hand around it for a while. That felt good. Anyway, at 5 o'clock, she finally let me in to go to the bathroom instead of letting me stay in the lobby, which was great. And I spun up an artificially high cadence to try to get my muscles to generate some heat, which they did. Got back on the course. Everything else was closed, including the McDonald's with the 2 girls from last night. So I immediately set off south for Control 6, which is the leg that I'm still on. I've got Control 6 in 15, kilometers and change. So about 50 minutes, a little under an hour. I am not making any pace records here. It has been really hard to get any kind of food to stick in the tank. I mean, I'm not nauseous, not throwing up, not anything like that. It's just the minute it goes in, I'm hungry again. So, Gatorade, finish the rest of the Mountain Dew bottle, 3 or 4 sleeves of Cliff Blocks. Finally, I've got a little bit of pace going. It's also helping that it's 7:19 and it's warming up. Thank goodness. On a bad note, I had started out and I didn't notice my front pack was open, because I guess I was just not paying attention. Brain's only half working that hour anyway. Anyway, pull up to a stoplight, and my second battery, big 50,000 milliamp hour power bank, goes skittering across the pavement. So I grab it, no damage done, put it back in the pack, close the pack up, and notice there's no hand warmers in there. So them being light and not making much noise, I'm sure they came out of the pack earlier and are somewhere on the road in the middle of Courtenay, British Columbia. So, go me. Anyway, that is my 450 kilometer check-in. It's been an interesting evening. Gonna keep crumbing carbs down my throat. I'm hoping to be home back to Tim Hortons in Mill Bay around 3 p.m. Assuming I can get some calories to fuel the leg muscles instead of disappear down the black hole of God knows where. So anyway, doing a pretty good pace now. Can't complain too much. Still a beautiful ride. Still feeling good. I mean, if it had not been 42 degrees last night, which is 8 degrees below my tolerance that I'm learning, I would have ridden straight. And I would have put those 4 hours behind my rear wheel, and I would be probably 80K further down the road. But that didn't happen, so here I am. Oh, got less than 50 to Nanaimo, probably 45 by now, miles that is. It was 80K a while ago. So I know there's a climb going up into that, and an unknown distance from Nanaimo, which is the last major town before the end. But that's familiar turf. Kind of looking forward to that. And getting this one in the books. All right, I'll check back in a little while. Coming into control number 6.
Control 6.
Kilometer 471.3. Camera's running out of battery. Got the backup one, I'll swap it. Change clothes. Get some food down my throat. Hopefully there's pizza or something. Could use some hot food. Get back on the bike. It is 8:08 a.m. 471.5. Alright, climb up into Nanaimo. Kilometer 504. I did about 8 or 9 extra last night, so this is going to be a 610, 609 when I get done. So I got about 100K left. Got my 39th wind, maybe 40th. I don't know, lost track. So, holding a pretty good pace, climbing well. Couple of stops, get food. Got some ice cream. Some more Gatorade. And I'm cruising on into the night. The final checkpoint before the end coming up, and then it's 90K from there back to Tim Hortons in Mill Bay. So, estimated complete about 2:30, maybe 3 o'clock. That'll make it 33 total hours, about 4.5 off the bike, maybe 5. Not bad. I'll check back in a little bit. All right, getting close to the end. 565 kilometers. Going to be about 6:10 when I'm done. So that means I've got 45K left. 42K is a marathon, about 27 miles. And I know that a good 18 of that or so is on flat as a pancake trails. Looking forward to that, because we just went over some mountainous terrain. This has been a ride, let me tell you. It is 12, almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 12:59. Hoping for a 2:30, 2:45 finish. So a little less than 2 hours if everything goes good. I might have to get off the bike and get off my cleats for a little bit. They're kind of hurting. We'll see how that pans out. Next segment's 3.8. Right onto Mount Center Road. Got trails coming up sooner or later. Can't wait for them. Alrighty. Check in when I'm on the gravel.